Just give me a little sound check, a little 1, 2.
1, 2.
Nice.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Shaun Escoffery, and you're about to hear my chat with Spoons.
So first of all, Spoon here with Shaun Escoffery. Man, what can I say? I've been a massive fan of yours for the longest time, I have to say. And it's like random things. Like when I was a lot younger, I used to go to this studio in Hackney called The Premises.
Yes,
And
right, yeah.
I would see pictures of you in the cafe there. You know what I mean? And obviously tunes like Space Rider and all of them things from back in the day. Yeah. Days Like This and all that kind of stuff. So to then end up training martial arts with you,
yeah,
you know what I mean, was just like ridiculous. It's crazy.
And he's tough, everybody. He's tough. Trust me, he's tough.
Man, I'll slip you a tenner later. No, but and just one of the nicest human beings that you could ever work with and be around and, you know, train with and stuff. So it's a real pleasure to be doing this, man. So what's going on?
Thank you. Oh, mate, I'll tell you. Let me go from the beginning, really, because obviously you've known me from, you know, the music, bits and pieces that I'm, you know, Space Rider, Days Like This, all of that. And then, you know, for a few years, or more than a few years, about 7 or 8 years, I kind of just stepped away from the industry. I thought, you know what, I don't want this no more. I'm done, you know. And I think maybe it was because, you know, there was a kind of, it started to get somewhere and then it kind of just stagnated. And I was kind of getting more love doing kind of musical theatre and acting and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, you know what, let me just kind of dive into that. It's just another avenue. It's another branch. And you know, getting loads of love, you know, getting kind of accolades here and there. Not saying I was searching for that kind of stuff, but the accolades started to come as the shows started to kind of build up. And maybe a couple of years ago, I just thought, you know what, let me just kind of get back into new music. But it was more something inside me. I wanted to say things. I wanted to speak about things again. There's, you know, I had something to say before when I was kind of first embarking this career that we call music. You know, I didn't have much to say. I just thought, you know what, yeah, you know, I was young. I just want to be famous, I want to earn money, and, you know, and all the kind of madness that kind of comes with it. And I suppose as you start maturing, and you kind of just think, well, actually, you know what, this is just like any other career. Everyone else kind of feeds you with kind of foolishness to kind of make it something that it's not, you know? It kind of came to a point where I was kind of just being true to myself. Start talking about the issues that are affecting me, the things that I'm thinking about, and I think the issues that are affecting other people. And that's when some of my best stuff started to come out, man.
Man, it's powerful stuff. What I want to do is start with 3 tips that you have for emerging talent, trying to make a career in music sustainable.
So first of all, I would say hone your craft, love your craft. I find that, you know, there's programs like, you know, the X Factor and all these kind of emerging kind of talent shows, which, listen, there's nothing wrong in them, nothing wrong with them. You know, you kind of just want to go out there, use them for experience, etc. But they kind of give like this false kind of image of what the music industry is all about. You know, you kind of jump on stage, sing a few cover songs, and then you become a millionaire and you become famous. It's not that. Trust me, it's not that. You know, most of them have quite good talents. You know, they have a real talent, but you have to groom that. You know what I mean? And it's not just about the singing; it's mentally as well, and knowing how to deal with the industry. The other thing is, as you start to kind of get into it, start doing the gigs, start doing the circuit, as it were. Learn to songwrite. And that's very important, especially, you know, in the music industry. Learn to songwrite or play an instrument or whatever, and learn to perform. You know, and understand who you are as an artist, because, you know, people come and say, oh, you're more this and you're more that. Have a real sense of who you are musically and spiritually as well. You know, I have to add that in because it's easy to lose yourself in this business. And also have a sideline, have money coming in, some kind of money stream coming in. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Do you know what I mean? So you don't become desperate. Do you know what I mean? Because people, especially in the industry, smell desperate. Desperate people a mile off, and they take the mick. And do it for the love of it, first of all. Please do it for the love. Do you know what I mean? Because 90% of people don't make it. You know, I'm just being brutally honest.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and as we know, do you know what I mean? We know we've done this for a long time, and we're doing all right in it. But like the Beyoncés and the Jay-Z's and whatever, that's a very tiny percent of people that make it to that kind of level.
I want to pick up on this transition from what you were doing in the earlier part of your career to where you are now, and I'm really loving this sense of purpose and this connection with a truth for you. You know, I can feel this. and your audience probably feels this real sense of maturity in terms of your message,
Yeah,
the way you carry
yeah.
yourself, and everything. It really comes across, and
Mm,
it's
thank you.
great to see. What
Mm.
was at the heart of this transition?
One of the kind of trigger points for me was kid on the beach that time, that baby that got washed up after the migrants were trying to kind of jumping on the, the little dinghy boats trying to get over to Greece or whatever. And obviously, we know a lot of people died on that. I just thought to myself, I can jump up on the stage and sing about love, 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 and that's great. But as I've started to mature, it's just kind of speaking the truth, and whether that puts you in popularity or not, that's not the reason why I'm doing it. I just think people need to hear the truth. But the ethos behind the whole album is truth. I remember someone, even after one of my gigs, after one of the first ones back, and to be honest, I didn't particularly think it was a very good gig, to be fair. But this woman said to me after, she went, in tears, Shaun, I just wanted to say thank you because a few of your songs got me through a divorce, and it was a really painful experience, and I just thought there's loads of people just out there just hurting, hurting. And I think coming into this industry, the first time round, it was about me, 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 me. Now it's not about me, me, me anymore. It's about you, 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 you. Once you're kind of coming from that kind of angle, you don't have to perform. You're just doing it. I just come off a 5-6 date tour last year, and I was quite overwhelmed by the amount of people that came to see the show. Each venue, and knowing the songs and and it really humbled me because I thought to myself, you lot have paid big money to come and see this geezer from East London come sing some songs. It freaked me out, Spoons. So it's that thing of, okay, you know what? Well, I'm just going to perform for you as best as I can. I'm going to be as honest and put my heart on the table for you guys as best as I can because what you've done for me is quite overwhelming. So it's all about you tonight.
Amazing. I get emerging artists come to me for advice at times, and I honestly just say to them, there's no exact way that you can make it work for you. You have to find your own
Mm,
way. The great thing is when they can tap into the advice of people that are actively involved and making it happen
yeah,
to
yeah,
inform their ideas. And
yeah.
one of the areas I discuss is balance. And
Mm.
do you have like a checklist to ensure you're not burning out and getting to that place of frustration?
Oh gosh, I tell you, it's something that I'm kind of it's it is on the balance right now, because like I said, this year was burnout. It was kind of getting to a point I thought, right, okay, you know what, I need to stop and literally tell everybody I'm stopping. It's all about your mental fortitude, and in the 8 shows a week and whatever, it kind of gives you a mental fortitude that's just second to none. Getting up on that stage, no matter how tired you are, and going right. But at the same time, it kind of gives you this full sense of security. You keep going, pushing. Before you know it, your body's going, you know what, see you later. You know? As my mood starts to change and I thought, you know what, and I'm starting to get tired and anxious and anxiety starts to kick in, I'm like, you know what, I need to stop. So I literally tell my management and I'm brutal with it. Time out. Then I kind of find like a solitude, a quiet place, like going to jiu-jitsu, for example. I know that might sound bizarre to people, but
Not to
that's my
me.
2
Not
hours.
to
Yeah,
me.
not to you. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like that 2 hours of thinking about nothing else but your friendly opponent who's trying to rip your head off. Do you know what I mean? And it's just taking those times out. And I think as artists, whatever kind of scope we're in, it's really important to kind of go, right now, I'm going to pick up a book and I'm going to walk to the park and sit down for half an hour and gather my thoughts. You know what I mean? If you're a spiritual person, sit down and talk to God and say, listen, yeah, this is what's been happening. And just recap what's happening and spending time with the family as well.
Touching back on what you mentioned about the things that inspired you to write the songs that you're writing now, performing now. I talk about giving and how giving is good for us and how giving encourages
Yeah,
other people to give, and then we help
yeah,
create our own economy from it as well. And
that's right.
because some people feel either very cynical, and quite rightly, because some people have been exploited. Some and the charities and stuff are in the
Mm,
news a lot, where people
mm.
have taken advantage. But how do you make it fun and inclusive when you encourage people to think about giving?
With me, that's come with age. Now it's come with maturity. As when you're young, especially in your teens and early 20s, it is all about yourself. It's me, 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 me. You look through the things that you've struggled through, and then you see up and coming kids that were just like you. Do you know what I mean? Same kind of background, same kind of struggles, same kind of culture, even. And you think, I can give you some really good advice here. You know what I mean? I can really help you out here, and especially when you see that their heart is true and they're honest. I'm always ready for that, always. And also just thinking about the people that gave me opportunities back in the day. and how even now, how I'm still grateful for them. I remember a guy, very financially secure, and he said to me, Shaun, you know what? If I gave you loads of money, you wouldn't appreciate it. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's life lessons that I want to give to you. And right now, he goes, I'll give you all of my time. He goes, I'm a very busy man, but I'll give you my time, because in my business, time is money. And I'll give you my time. And I learned a lot from that guy.
Wow. In terms of giving, I think it's about people giving in the way that's comfortable for them.
That's right.
And for you, it may be to be anonymous. Others may want to be seen, so it encourages others to do the same.
Yes, of course.
It's all about, it's all about you tapping into what makes you feel comfortable.
That's right, exactly.
This whole thing about the man saying, "Man, my time is the most precious thing I can give you, and you have all of it." Man, that's amazing. But what you tempted to say, but still feel free to break off a piece of that change there to help the process. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me.
But it's so true. We're sort of in a world where people attach success to just having lots of money or just having lots of presence or fame, when our time and our experiences are so much more valuable. They're priceless. They inform the decisions and the choices that you make going forward that can create so many other opportunities. And is there anything else you want to share with us?
Releasing one of the new singles off the new album. And I'm doing Shepherd's Bush Empire, which I'm chuffed about, in May.
Brilliant.
19th of May. So, you better come, man.
Man, I'm going to have to get my ticket, man. Sounds good to me.
No, mate, you're there, mate, you're there. Oh, gosh, other things. I'm going for my black belt, as you know. Did you know that?
Man. It's been long overdue, man.
Yeah, man. So it's like, it's over 2.5 years I've been a brown belt, That's right.
2.5 years, man. And that doesn't take into consideration the years prior to that you've been training and preparing. So
2.5 years. Yeah.
Don't worry, bro. I'll be there.
I know, mate. I know you're going to be. You don't understand. This man gives me a hard time, people. Trust me. He's tough.
It's reciprocated, man. I'm telling you, you have to be on
point. Oh, boy.
When you hear that man,
there's no joke there.
And that buzzer goes.
It's no joke, is it? Spoons, it's no joke. People don't know, but it's so enriching, isn't it? It's really enriching doing what we do.
Yeah, and it's humbling. It's humbling, and
it is.
It's great.
Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Listen. Again, massive respect, and keep doing what you're doing. It's an inspiration. And,
thank you, sir.
I'll see you soon, man.
Definitely.